Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Sri Radhe. Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद् अभय चरण अरविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासति गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। गंगा मई की, यमुना मई की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की। श्री श्री गौरनिताय की जय। श्री श्री राधा वल्लभ की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रमयी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। मेलबर्न महाप्रभु मंदिर की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Dhyayad Mudirayet Nasta Praeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Sloke Bhaktir bhavati naistikim. We continue our reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 6, chapter entitled The Activities of Lord Rishabhadev. Text number 12. Ayam avataro rajo palupta Kaivalya pokshita kshanarthata Ayam avataro rajaso platuta Kaivalya pokshitshana arthata artha Ayam avataro rajaso platuta Kaivalya pokshitshana artha Word for word. Ayam avataraha. This incarnation, Lord Rishabhadev. Rajasaha, by the mode of passion. Upapluta, overwhelmed. Kaivalya upashikshanartha, to teach the people of the path of liberation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. In this age of Kali, people are overwhelmed by the mode of passion and ignorance. Lord Rishabhadev incarnated himself to deliver them from the clutches of Maya. Translation responsibly. In this age of Kali, people are overwhelmed by the modes of passion and ignorance. Lord Rishabhadev incarnated himself to deliver them from the clutches of Maya. Purport. The symptoms of Kali Yuga are predicted in the 12th canto, 3rd chapter of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Lavanyaya kesa dharananam. It is predicted how the fallen souls will behave. They will keep their hair long and consider themselves very beautiful, or they will pluck out their hair as the Jains do. They will keep themselves unclean and they will not wash their mouth. Jains refer to Rishabhadev as their original preceptor. If such people are serious followers of Rishabhadev, they must also take his instructions. In the 5th chapter of this canto, Rishabhadev gave his 100 sons the instruction whereby they could become free from the clutches of Maya. If one actually follows Rishabhadev, he will certainly be delivered from the clutches of Maya and return back home, back to Godhead. If one strictly follows the instructions of Rishabhadev given in the 5th chapter, he will certainly be liberated. Lord Rishabhadev incarnated specifically to deliver these fallen souls. Om Ajnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitan Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tatpakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatururvyasya Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karuti Vachalam Bhangam Langayate Grim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Hare Krishna. I'd like to welcome Mahatma Ji for 2-hour daily class. Mahatma Prabhu has been missed in the class for so long. So welcome back. Thank you.
7 months.
More than 7 months. Yeah, it has been. Sorry?
Born again after 9 months.
Yeah. Yes. Welcome, Prabhu. Yeah. So this is such a wonderful narrations. So we're hearing the activities of Lord Rishabhadev. Huh? Maharaj Rishabhadev is none other than Krishna himself. He is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. Nabi Maharaj has prayed, he wanted a son. And he wanted a son just like Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Lord came, he said, "There is no one like me." Huh? So Lord said, "I will come personally." So that is the Rishabhadev Maharaj that comes, the son of Maharaj Navi. Lord Rishabhadev has taken the rulership of the Bharatvarsha, and he had how many sons? 100 sons. Huh? Do you know the divisions of the 100 sons? Who became who? Any guess? Yes, Bharat Maharaj was the oldest of them. Huh? And, sorry, yes, 9 of them became Nava-Yogendras. Huh? And remaining, so how many are there? So 9 plus 1 is 10. And then 90 of them. They became you could say like a karma kandis, but in a more of a very Vedic ritual. So they became And amongst the 10 leadership. So you see, there's division of some becoming a completely Paramahamsas, Navayogendras, and then some took the role of Kshatriyas, and then some took the role of Brahmanas, or the performing karmakandas and rituals. So it clearly gives us that the birth is not a criteria for becoming any ashram. It is demonstrated from this, the pastimes of Rishabhdevs, and this section. Then Lord Rishabhdev takes the 100 sons to Brahmabharta and gives them instructions. As Prabhupada makes a point in the purport that those who wish to follow Rishabhdev, they should follow the instruction given in the 5th chapter by Rishabhdev to his sons. So then Lord Rishabhdev, after instructing, he retires. And then he travels. How does he travel? On foot. Yes, on foot, correct. And what is his status of travel? I mean, what kind of behavior? Avaduta. Yes, he takes the activities of Avaduta. As Prabhupada was mentioning, it is also known by Jada Yoga, is one of the process, which means that you completely oblivious or renounce or not care the norms of behavior completely. You almost become jada, means a completely like dull matter. It's dull, completely like a stone, like earth, just completely. So that he has taken that role. However, Bhagavatam tells us this is not to be imitated. Not everyone can do this. And we just heard a few verses back that or the King Arhata, he tried to introduce that the activities of Rishabhdev of that advanced stage. But it is actually says, no, it's not correct. It introduced the religion or some different out of Vedic context. So we continue to hear. So after that, Rishabhdev continued to travel. Where did he travel to? The southern side of the India, south India. Then, as so happens that he was completely in that transcendental mode of careless, then forest fire takes place, and then Lord Rishabhdev leaves winds up his mortal pastime. So now here, the Sukadeva Goswami is now kind of summarizing the activities of Maharaj Rishabhdev. So in this particular today's verse is discussing or the mentioning that what was the purpose of Rishabhdev's incarnation. It is to teach. In this age of Kali, people are overwhelmed by the mode of passion and ignorance. So Lord Rishabhdev incarnated himself to deliver them from the clutches of Maya. So, in our discussion today, I just divided the discussion of two topics. One, we will discuss as in the translation as well as in the purport, Prabhupada makes it. He connects the symptoms of Kali Yuga. That is given in the 12th canto, chapter 2 and 3. Elaborately gives the symptoms of Kali Yuga, we'll just brief touch them, some of the main ones, some of the symptoms of Kali Yuga, and also we'll just summarize some of the teachings of Rishabhadev. That's how. I'm sorry, excuse me. Should have turned up. So, so in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, when was it written? Approximately 5,000 years ago. And it is prediction. The Kali Yuga is being predicted. Kali Yuga hasn't started yet. When Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, it's just in the just in the first stage, or it's just about to start in that stage. Vyasadeva is writing, but he's predicting the whole future. And the predictions, I think, no one, I mean, they must have read Bhagavatam, all the scientists or different, the intellectuals or the thing, they must have researched, but no one can refute. Such is the accuracy of the predictions of Vyasadeva. He predicts what's coming ahead.
COVID virus.
Sorry?
COVID virus.
Yeah, COVID virus is only one of them. Yes. So, Sukadeva Goswami begins the symptoms, gives the description of the Kali, the symptoms of Kali Yuga. This is in the 12th canto, chapter 2. It's both chapter 2 and 3 gives a fair bit of predictions for the Kali Yuga. I'll just go, not all of them, because it's 2 chapters to cover, so I'll just run through quickly some of the main ones. Sukadeva Goswami says, he begins with Tatascha anudinam dharmam satyam shocham chhamadaya Kalena balina raja nakshati ayur balam smriti. In this age of Kali, nakshati means diminishing. Anudinam means day by day. How long Kali Yuga lasts? Pari? How long is the Kali Yuga last? That's the golden age. Yes, you are right. You are in the right path. 432,000 years is the duration of the Kali Yuga. So Sukadeva Goswami says, Anudinam, as it progresses towards that, progression, what's gonna happen? What's gonna diminish? Yes. He's already there. So first thing Sukadeva Goswami mentioned is Dharma. Religion, or the true religion which is strict in consciousness, conscious of obedience to the God's law, is diminishing. So what is Dharma?
Dharma is religion.
Yes, religion. It is in other words, it is those who are not following the Vedic scriptures not following the rules and regulations according to the Vedic injunctions. That is Dharma. So what will happen? That will diminish. As we can see already, it's there. Next one is Satyam, truthfulness. That's also going to diminish. Satyam, or the truthfulness, is also diminishing simply because people do not know what is the truth, what the truth is. Without knowing the absolute truth, one cannot clearly understand the real significance of or purpose of life. Definition of Satyam. So knowing the absolute truth is Satyam. We may know so many things of this material world, but in our definition, our Vedic definition, it says, unless you have that connection between the Supreme Lord, that absolute truth, if you know, that is Satyam. Next one is Kshama, or tolerance or forgiveness. Excuse me. Kshama or forgiveness is diminishing as well because there is no practical, this is from the purport of that verse, I'm just making some points. Is diminishing as well because there is no practical method by which the people can purify themselves and thus become free from envy. Kshama. Next one is Shaucham, the cleanliness. We could see, I think in the purport it mentioned that people don't even bathe anymore. They didn't take a bath. Quickly, just put some deodorant, get up and move on. That's his life. Cleanliness. Cleanliness are two types. Internal and external. Yes. We may be clean externally, taking bathing 3 times or so on and so forth. And also internally has to be clean too. Internal cleansing is done by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra or chanting the Mahamantra. Cleanliness. Next is tolerance or Kshama. I think tolerance already discussed. Mercy, Daya. And we can see in the form of what? Killing animals?
Even murders.
Yeah, even murders, So that mercy has gone, diminishing. Lifespan, Ayu, that's also diminishing, yes. I remember my great-grandfather, he lived for over 100 or 110 or something like that. My great-grandmother lived around 100 years. And I've seen, even my own generation, you can see, my, I think grandfather left when he was 89 or 90. Yeah? Who knows what's the next.
My daughter died 54.
Exactly, yeah. So we could see, even our older generation, so many generations before, as a lifespan was much healthier, much longer. In our generation, it's shorter actually. Yeah.
Day by day.
We claim we're making so much progress, and we can see the results, somewhat, like unhealthy lifestyle. So lifestyle, Ayu, Balam, strength, that is also diminishing. I was touring South India. We went to there's music in Mysore. There's a place. It's called the museum. I think it was Tipu Sultan's museum. Yeah. And the sword I've seen of those people those time, I think it will take. It's for me. It's in the glass box, of course. Where I couldn't lift it, but just by seeing it, the sword and the shield, which they used to carry, it's a huge. It must be at least 40 or 50 kilos. Just one of those shield, that for sword and shield. Yeah. The kings. If you go to Jaipur and you'll see all those museum, and you'll see the art of the kings, the swords and shields, and then they carried, and all the armors. Huge. I don't think so two or three of us even carry it together. They used to wear this and fight. Huh? The Balam is gone. Less. Huh? Memory, smriti.
Very fast.
Yeah. Other day, my wife asked me, what's my telephone number? It's so embarrassing, no? Like wife's number, I don't remember. It's saved there, so it's just easy, you can't even remember. Huh? Yeah, our own probably, yes, yeah, you are right. Yeah, even our own number we don't know. Huh? Such is our smriti, such is our memory. Huh? We can't even remember what we did yesterday, what we ate. Buddy, what did you eat yesterday? Good memory, there you go. She's past the memory. Wonderful, nice. Huh? So do you see the prediction that was made 5,000 years ago? Now we could, in reality, we are seeing this? Yes? Such is. So I'll just read through. In the Kali Yuga, wealth alone will be considered the sign of man's good worth, proper behavior, and fine quality. So if you have a lot of money, that's it. You're considered high, rich. You're considered high. Huh? And the law of justice will be applied only on the basis of one's power. Do we see this in real life happening?
Money.
Yes.
You can buy it.
Money buys everything. Huh? If you want justice, if you have money, you'll get it. If you don't have money, you may or may not get it. Most of the time we don't get it because you don't have money. Men and women will live together merely because the superficial attraction and success in business will depend on deceit. Womanliness and manliness will be judged according to one's expertise in sex, and men will be known as Brahmana just by wearing thread. Very powerful, huh? Very, it's true. Huh? We're seeing it in our real life. Huh? It's so, the big, attraction between male and female is the central focus of the life. That's what we're seeing. Huh? What is the qualification of Brahmana? Just wear. How many rupees? Maybe a few rupees of thread. If you wear that, they can claim to be a Brahmana.
Even rickshaw can get.
Yes, even rickshawalas have a thread. In Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Mahatmya, chapter 1, it says, Panditastu Kalatrena. Panditas of the Kali Yuga will have three qualities. Panditastu Kalatrena. First quality, Ramante Mahisa Iva. They will roam around just like a buffalo. Buffalo is normally considered not so intelligent and it's dull. They will be roaming around like buffalo. Huh? Putro utpadane daksha. They will be expert in producing kids. In other words, sex life. Like cats and dogs, the Prabhupada says. Adaksha mukti sadhana. So, daksha is expertise. Huh? When you put adaksha, not expert, in what? Mukti sadhana. They will not be inclined for liberation or in spiritual life. This is the qualities of Brahma. A person's spiritual position will be ascertained merely according to external symbols. On the same basis, people will change from one spiritual order to a next. A person's priority will be seriously questioned if he does not earn good living. And one who is very clever in juggling words will be considered a learned scholar. Erudite scholar, yes. You may not know the deeper meaning of the knowledge. As long as you can do an expert in word jugglery, then you are a very learned. Person will be judged unholy if he does not have money. And hypocrisy will be accepted as virtue. Marriage will be arranged simply by the verbal agreement. And person will think he is fit to appear in public if he has merely just taken bath. So the marriages are done just simply in the verbal agreement. Huh? Does it happen? Has any of you seen? Yes. Yeah. A sacred place will be taken to consist of no more than a reservoir of water. Just body of water. People will not. Dure vari ayanam tirtham. As Prabhupada mentions, this is in the text number 6 of this second chapter, 12th canto. As Prabhupada begins his purport saying, what does it say? In symptoms of Kali Yuga are predicted in the 12th canto, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, and he begins the sentence with Lavanyam Kesa Dharanam, which is mentioned in the text 6 of the second chapter. What is it, Lavanyam? Kesa Dharanam?
Long hair.
Kesa?
Long hair.
Long, hair. So beauty will be taught to depend on one's hairstyle. Kali Yuga. I remember this is my very first journey out of Vrindavan. So it was first time traveling to Europe. I was going to Sweden. And my flight was through Moscow. I flew from Delhi to Moscow, and Moscow to Sweden. When I landed in Moscow, to my surprise, because out of Vrindavan, first time going, like every time seen in a different, clean shave hair or nice hair, and I saw like this group of like people had a hair. If you were to count in the hair, there was about 30 different color. And each of them, they were made like spiky, those spiky ones. 30 different colors. They were not just one person. There were about 50 or 60 of them. And then, I'm coming from Vrindavan, I never seen such things, and I was going. As they were passing, my head was going this way, like. Such is, now see what Śrīmad Bhāgavatam says. Lavanyam kesa dharanam. That is the beauty of the beauty is by how the hairstyle is. That is the beauty, considered a beauty, according. It's just. Udaram bharata swartha. Filling the belly will become one's goal of life. Huh? One who is he who can maintain his family will be regarded as an expert man. Dakshyam kutumba bharanam. So as long as he can maintain the family, he's expert. I think even that is becoming difficult nowadays. Just to maintain the family, it's not easy anymore. And the principle of religion will be observed only for the sake of reputation. Yasortham dharma swainam. Yes, for the reputation purpose only. Harassed by famine, excessive tax, people will resort to eating leaves, roots, flesh, wild honey, fruits, flowers, and seeds. Struck by drought, they will become completely ruined. Excessive tax. Have we experienced that? Yes. Quite a high tax. Huh? Yes. Citizens will suffer greatly from cold, wind, heat, rain, and snow. Have you seen that our weather being fluctuating? I think last year, this time, we had a severe fire, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Around this time? Bushfire? All over Australia? Today, look at me, I'm wearing a jumper. She's got a full snow coat there, right? Just see the prediction of the weather. It's supposed to be summer, right? And it's supposed to be nice and, Yes. So much unprediction, so much unpredicted weather. Cold, wind, heat. What's the word they use? Sita, vata. Sita means cold, vata means wind. Atapa, heat of the sun. Prabrita, torrential rain. Himai, and snow. The maximum duration of life of a human being in Kali Yuga will be, who knows? Probably 20 years towards the right. I think some other Purana says around 20 or 30. Bhagavatam says 50. I've read, I think maximum right to the end, it is about 20 or 30. 55. Sorry? 55. Yes, yes. And we are just in the beginning stage of the Kali Yuga. We're not towards the end. And bear in mind, we are in the Kali Yuga, but we are in a golden age. That from the appearance of Mahaprabhu, next 10,000 years is golden age. It has a similar characteristics as Satyuga. So we are fortunate. We are in that bracket. So not yet. Kali Yuga is, real Kali Yuga we'll be seeing after 10,000 years. When everything like what's predicted is going to come into more of a, even though we can see some symptoms already. Yes, my Melbourne is Vaikuntha. Not only Vaikuntha, he says even, he added to say Vrindavan. Yes. So there are many such is the Kali Yuga. Now, Sukadeva Goswami comes and says, all these are there, but But he gives a solution. Of course, all these are he sings very negative anarthas. But Sukadeva Goswami in text 46 of the chapter 3 of the 12th canto says, he glorifies, if a person Sruta hears, Samkirta glorifies, Dhyayata worship, Pujitartha. If a person hears about, glorifies, meditates upon the Supreme, worship and simply by offer great respect to Supreme Lord, who is situated within the heart, will remove from the contamination of accumulated during many thousands of lifetime. So he gives all the problems and now simple solution. So what is the solution? Then Sukadeva Goswami gives the Kaler doso nidhe rajan. What's nidhe? Nidhi. Treasure, yeah, one of the meanings, yes. Nidhi is referred to ocean. Ocean. It's, in other words, Kalo dosha nidhe rajan. The dosha of the Kali Yuga, the faults of Kali Yuga is compared to ocean. Ocean is a large body. Is compared to, it's huge, massive. Then he says, Asti eka mahan guna. It's like, I remember taking a lesson in English in writing. The facilitator, he says, you write everything, and then when you put a but, so many things you have described, negative things like, this will not, this will not, and you put the word but. Anything that you have stated in the before the but becomes almost like a null and void. He says, all these problems are there. Then he says, but asti eko mahan guna. And what's that mahan guna? Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. That is, did he say just ordinary? He says mahan guna, the greatest guna is there. Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. That's it. So now we move from the prediction of Kali Yuga and all those things. Now Prabhupada makes gives another point of we should try to follow the instructions that is given by Lord Rishabhadev. Not imitate his what he's done, but the instruction he's given. Just before that, all this Kali Yuga, every Kali Yuga, there's so many Kali Yuga, they come and go. But not every Kali Yuga Mahaprabhu comes. And Mahaprabhu happened to come just for us. And we were in that age where Mahaprabhu is there. And not only Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada is also there. That is our greater fortune. So what is it called? Icing in the cake. That is. So we should consider ourselves very, very fortunate. very, very lucky. So let's move on to just briefly on the some of the teachings, main ones, teachings of Rishabhadeva, as Prabhupada makes a point that we should follow the instructions given by Rishabhadeva. Very first instruction that Lord Rishabhadeva gives, Nayam deho bhajam niloke kashtan kaman arhate vid bhujam ye tapo divyam putraka ena sattvam suddhet yasmad Brahma Saukyam tu Anantam. Tapodibyam, yes. Lord Rishabha said, he's telling his son, my dear boys, all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded the human form, should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available to what was that? Dogs and hogs. Yes. Yes. Dogs and what's the word? Vidbhujam, yeah. Those are the animals who like just eat stools. That is one of the instructions that Rishabhadeva said, don't work too hard. It's if you're just simply working for that, gratifying the senses, that's pretty much almost coming to the grade of animal. And even the animal who the grade, that animal who eats dirty, excrete or eats stool. Text 2, he gives another great instruction, very relevant for us. Mahat seva dwaram ahur bimukte. He gives the two path. One path for liberation, other path will lead to hell. What is the path for leading to liberation? Yes, Tapodibyam, that's in the first instruction. Some we going to next instruction. Mahat Seva. That will lead to liberation. What's Mahat Seva? Yes. Serving the Mahatmas. Yes. Serving the Vaishnavas, serving the devotees. What will that, as the result of serving the Mahatmas? Mahat Seva Dwaram Ahur Bimukte. You have the path the doors to the path of liberation is wide open, as Prabhupada translates. And what is the other way, the opposite? Tamo Dwaram Yositam Sangi Sangam. Door to the hell, Tamo Dwaram, Prabhupada translates the hell. Yes, that's the association with the opposite gender. For a man, maybe a woman. For a man, for a woman, could be a man. Not only association directly. In fact, Bhagavatam says, if you associate with a person who is attached to women or the men, that is worst. Mahat seva dwaram ahur bimukte tamo dwaram yositam sangi sangam. Exactly. Yes, it's more dangerous to associate with a person who is attached to or opposite gender than who are actually physically all the time there. Yeah. Pumsham striya mithuni bhavam etam tayor mitho hridaya granthim ahor aho griha kshetra sutapta abittai janasya mohoyam aham mamaiti. Attraction between male and female is a basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the heart of the male and female, one becomes attracted to the body, home, property, children, relative and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusion and thinks in terms of I and my. Aham mameti, mama iti. Wow. Yes. Yes. Another very last one. I won't go any. It's very powerful. Guror nasasya janani sajano nasasyat. Pita nasasyat sasyat janani nasasyat. Daivam na tatasyat na pitasya sasyan. Na mochet ya samupeta mrityum. Guru na sasyat. One should not become guru, spiritual master. Swajana na sasyat. Should not become a relative. So he's giving, he should not become what? If one cannot deliver a person from the cycle of birth and death. Yes. So one should not become guru, one should not become relatives, one should not become father, mother, or even demigods, husband. One who cannot deliver the dependence from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, father, husband, mother, or worshipable demigods. So as Prabhupada's, mentioning, okay, don't try to, because what had happened, as we heard historically, that Arhat tried to imitate and introduce a false religion. But great personalities, or Krishna, or like a God himself, they come. We are not to be imitating. We are follow the instructions. That is the message. Yeah, I think Krishna has given a whole instruction in the form of Bhagavad Gita. We follow that instruction, yes. And if we try to imitate him, then also we will try to imitate lifting over the hill, and try to dance on the head of a snake. We have to also try that. Can't. So the point is that we follow the instructions of the great personalities. We may not be able to imitate to the extent, but follow their instructions. That's the point Prabhupada's making. So we will end here. Any comments, questions? Where's the microphone, please? Second mic.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I'll give you an example. When I came to Sydney first time, in April 71, people had so much false ego. They asked me, how did you learn English? Oh, I said, I learned on Qantas Airways.
Okay.
They think that they knew English only. Nobody else knows English. Thank you very much for your class.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else?
Any other comments, questions? Yeah. Yeah, we meant to follow the instructions. It's such a wonderful instructions, huh? Mm. Okay, we will end here. Granthra Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, Lord Rishabhadev